Everybody here. Joe Paul, would you mind reading us? Yes. I want to welcome everybody out. Thanks for joining us. We got a lot of things going on today, so I'd like to just kind of briefly go through that. But first, I'd like to just recognize we have Councilmember Burrell, Councilmember Joe Paul, Councilmember Saxton, and Councilmember Yeoman with us tonight. And I haven't seen Councilmember Tafoya, so we do have 4 of the 5 here. We've asked Councilmember Joe Paul if he'll lead us in a moment of silence and then a pledge of allegiance.
All right, will you please join me in a moment of silence? Okay, thank you. If you'll please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Councilmember. Let me just walk through this real quick with you so you understand how this is going to go tonight. First thing is we're going to do is we're going to enter a city council meeting. We will go through some action items as outlined in the schedule you have in front of you. Presentations, public comment period. We'll also do the city managers and council report during the city council. Then we're going to recess this council meeting. At that time, we're going to go ahead and go into a work session. We have some discussion items that need to be brought up. We're going to work out some discussion items in a work session. Then we're going to drop out of the work session into an RDA board meeting. There's some issues, particularly a CRA, we need to discuss and get public comment on that. And then after that's done, based on the outcome of that RDA board meeting, we'll come back into the city council meeting. And then we have an ordinance, if it's appropriate, we'll have an ordinance that needs to be addressed in the city council meeting. And then at that time, we'll go ahead and adjourn. So it's going to be a little mixed up than normal, but just be patient with us. We got some things we need to work through, so we'll go ahead and do that. So with the first, there is no consent items, council. And so the first action item was going to be the employee of the month. And we got some comments. Chief, you'd like to share us your thoughts on this. Thank you.
Mayor, Council, Mr. City Manager, you're all aware of the efforts that our police officers put forth earlier this year on a fire. We've nominated them for Employees of the Month. I'd like to have them come up if I could now. Sergeant Sergeant Kyle Curtis. Let's see, who else? Officer Preston Johnson. Officer Zach Jones, Officer Ryan Estes.
Did you get cash?
Oh, sorry, and Officer Cash Ricks. Mayor and Council, on November 4th of this month, or this year, witnesses reported a structure fire at 2075 West, 3875 South. Officers arrived on scene and observed significant flames and smoke coming from the garage and residential area on the east side of the residence. Officers pounded on the locked front door, which was immediately adjacent to the engulfed garage. One victim, an upstairs resident, was able to find the front door through the smoke due to the officers pounding on it and was helped from the residence at that location. A substantial amount of smoke was encountered, making it difficult for officers to see and breathe in their rescue efforts. Officers continued to look for other occupants and eventually located someone yelling at the west portion of the basement. A small window was broken using a window punch, and a very large rock was used to break the frame around the window. Officers then pulled 2 people from the basement window. This was a great collective effort by responding officers in saving these 3 individuals. You saw from the video from what the officers were able to see, but you couldn't see any of the officers. So we wanted to bring them here and give you a chance to see the people who were responsible for saving lives that night. These guys do a great job. They've been busy with it all summer long. Just great job. We're really proud of them and the job they do.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done.
Awesome job. We've had enough of this. I'm just wondering if we need to get them some turnouts as well, Chief.
Preston needs them. This is the fourth fire you've rescued people from? Third.
He needs a Nomex police uniform.
Thank you. Council comments, questions, thoughts?
Great job. We appreciate everything that our staff does.
Let's take a picture.
Appreciate you putting your life on the lines in multiple aspects for the city.
Well done. I'm not so sure if you had an opportunity to see the video. And you're right, Chief, one of the challenges was we didn't see behind the badge who was in fact involved. It's great to see that, but let me just make one point. There was some heroism there. There was an incredible effort. I can't help but think at the moment, all that training you've been working on, all the things you've learned to do and do well went into action. I don't know who would run to a fire like that, okay, without the instinct of the training kicking in and obviously the worth of a life. And you know, we can we can reward you all day long, but I can't help but think the people who are impacted the most are probably, thank heaven, okay, you were there to make a difference. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay. Matt, item number 2, resolution 1935, renewing the contract with Waste Management.
Yeah, Mayor and Council, we recommend that we table this item. We are still in negotiations with this contract, just working out some of the minor details of it.
Okay. It's recommended that we table. Council, do I have a motion then to table resolution 1935,
I have a
renewing the
question
contract?
about that.
Comment.
Have we went out and researched other providers other than Waste Management?
Yes, to kind of give you a background of what's going on is our contracts come and due June 30th of this next year. And so we had a committee with the city. We had utility clerks, we had the financial staff, we had the legal staff, we had Public Works, and we reached out to other organizations and talked to them about the services. One of the big hiccups that we were encountering is that our provider owns the cans. We like our current contract as well. That was another thing that we really wanted to keep. We pay per can and not for the tonnage of the cans, and so there's a lot of variability, and that's kind of why we were looking at going with Waste Management again.
I don't have a problem with them. I just want to make sure that we're
Yes,
keeping them
we
honest.
did our due diligence, yes.
Thank you.
Good question. Any other questions, comments?
No.
Okay, council, do we have a motion then to table resolution 1935?
I'll make that motion that we table Resolution 1935, renewing a contract with Waste Management.
And I'll second that motion.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none? Thank you. We'll take that topic up, Matt, when you're ready to present it back to the council for consideration and approval. Okay, we're going to jump past ordinance 1919. That'll be an issue that could take place after we have a RDA board discussion. But with that then, we do have a presentation. And Mandy, are you sharing that thought with us? Perfect, thank you.
Move it over here, because she's going to run the program. had a PowerPoint to go along with it so we could show you the pictures of the program that I'm speaking about, but I'll just go ahead without the pictures and we can send them to you later.
Okay.
All right, Mayor, Council, it's great to be with you this evening. I have the pleasure, along with our Records Department Manager, Jordan Schmidt, to present with you the Roy City Police Department My Impact Program. The chief approached Jordan and I about creating a nonprofit organization for our department to be a part of. Jordan and I came up with the My Impact Program. The My Impact Program was established on July 9th of 2019. The main idea and focus of the My Impact Program are to help officers with PTSD and allow them to give back to our community in cases where they may be involved in life-changing calls or just wanting to make a difference in our community. The Roy City My Impact Program intends to foster a stronger bond between Roy City Police Department employees and citizens by encouraging employee participation in community outreach programs and sponsored community events. Oftentimes, employees do not get a chance to interact with citizens outside the roles that we play while working for the city and don't feel as if we have a positive impact on our relationship with Roy City citizens. It is our hope that with the program, we can facilitate opportunities for employees and citizens to come together to create a better community to live, work, and play in, and to support our employees as they make an impact within the community. Roy City Police My Impact Program receives its funding from the following. Our officers may grow beards year-round for a donation of $20 per month, $10 per pay period deducted from their payroll check. Personal nonprofit donations from employees and community members, and all monies collected as part of the fundraiser will be used as determined by the staff of the My Impact Fund. Since July 9th, 2019, we have been able to help numerous community members. For example, in July, the My Impact Program, with the help of Captain Hammond, was able to collect over $300 in donations for a family who recently lost their husband and father to suicide due to PTSD. Jordan, our records manager, was able to get Minky Couture to donate 3 blankets to the wife, daughter, and sons who were left behind to pick up the pieces. The My Impact Program took the donations received and put together a gift basket for the family to enjoy a night out. It was indeed an honor to be a part of this outreach, and I can tell you that we made a difference. The family couldn't thank the Roy City Police Department enough for their efforts. Sergeant Gwen came to the My Impact Program in August and wanted to create a breast cancer awareness police badge for October. The idea behind creating this badge was so that our officers could show their support to a great cause we are all very well aware of and donate the funds raised to purchase these badges to our local organization. We were able to raise $1,038.82 and donated all of the proceeds to Deborah Lynn's Mastectomy of Ogden. Debbie Carter is a breast cancer survivor and donates a lot of time and money to the community members struggling with the diagnosis of breast cancer. She supplies them with all sorts of needs, from care packages in the hospital, implants, reconstructive surgery. After the donation was made, Debbie was kind enough to let us know that in October, the My Impact Program donated, the funds donated helped 5 ladies in October. And Jordan and I just received a letter last week that we were able to help 8 families with that money in November. The My Impact Program has been able to do a lot in the 5 short months that we have been up and running, from helping a local Boy Scout from helping a local boy who left the Boys and Girls Club, went missing, from our own scary situation that happened here in our department. Recently, the My Impact Program has also had the opportunity to team up with a local Boy Scout working on an Eagle Scout project. He was able to donate 15 Thanksgiving meals to the My Impact Program. We reached out to the Roy City Human Resource, Utilities, DV Advocate, Courts, Police Department, and local schools to help 15 families out in our community struggling to provide Thanksgiving for their family. The program has already done more for our department and the community than we could ever have imagined it would. The support from the department, along with the community working together, we have been able to create a stronger relationship by working together and helping our officers. Thank you for your time and for supporting the Roy City My Impact Program.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Got it up? Cool. Yay. That's all I have for you.
Seen
Thank
some
you.
pictures.
Questions, comments, council?
No, I think that is a great effort, and I'm glad that you guys took the initiative, Chief, to be able to create something for your department that will help all of the officers involved and everybody in your department. Is this something that could be expanded? I mean, it is a great effort that you guys are raising money within the police department to be able to help throughout your own police officers, but also throughout the community. I mean, it's something that yeah, we could expand on if we wanted to as a city organization without all of the departments.
I think something that's really neat about this is the employees doing it
It
because
is.
they care. This isn't the city forcing it on anybody.
Agreed.
This is the city employees doing it because they care about the citizens as well.
The only thing is maybe you just guys started a ball rolling. We'll have to see.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it would be lovely if we all could participate.
Yeah. no,
Chief, comment?
I just wanted to say that, you know, I came up with kind of a harebrained idea and presented it to these two. I went on vacation and came back a week later, and they had a 503C up running. It was already, you know, they had legal paperwork going. The unusual thing is nobody's getting any money from it. They made sure that every single dime goes to the community. We've had one citizen who donated $2,500 to the program, 2 months ago. And the officers, as you see, as much as I don't like the idea of beards, if I can get them to donate every month, it's a great ongoing funding for this. And I just want to thank Jordan and Mandy and the other records girls. If we can have, stand up, Harry. And Carly, stand up, Carly.
Carly.
It's our civilian employees in the police department who are running this and helping, we help them.
Chief, I recommend that if you're a chief or at that level, that you have to pay for a mustache as well.
I pay, I don't
Oh,
grow a
okay.
beard, but I pay.
Pay for part of the hair, huh?
I pay every payday as well.
So since you did have community citizens make a donation to this, so then we are accepting donations, right, into the program to be able to help. So I feel like this is something that maybe needs to be listed in our newsletter, that citizens could donate to the Royce City, Police Department Impact Program to be able to help our police officers with programs plus other efforts throughout the community.
Okay.
And maybe list some of the accomplishments. I mean, it's great. I mean, you've already, so many Thanksgiving dinners just went out, and who knows what you're gonna be able to do for this Christmas time.
Okay. Wonderful. Great comments. Any other comments? Well done.
Yeah, great job.
Service has a tendency to be broader, obviously, than just responding to a 911 call. This is pretty revolutionary. This is far beyond, I think, the call of duty, in my opinion. So I think you can make an incredible difference with this. And I think your comment, which struck me the most, was the comment that simply says that sometimes police officers show up in a uniform on a call. You're talking about a program that fundamentally, puts the human part to this, that connection with people. That doesn't always have to be a 911 call, and that's incredible. It makes all the difference in the world. So well done.
Thank you. I think
Well
it's
done.
great. I mean, I want a round of applause for what you've done.
Thank you.
I think it's important for our our group to recognize that when our police are out in the community, they're recognized as positive people. We don't have a fear factor of our police. There's very much an ongoing relationship with our community and our police officers. So I think that's an important factor as to why this works so well.
Yeah, excellent comment. Thank you. Great presentation. Okay, we now have an opportunity to go into public comment. This is an opportunity for anybody in the audience that would like to step up and make a comment on anything. All we ask would be is please step up to the mic and just give us your name and address. Okay, anybody have anything they'd like to share with us tonight? Okay, seeing none, we'll go ahead and jump right into the city manager's report. Matt?
Yeah, I have a couple of things to report. This last weekend was very, very busy for our Public Works Department. They were out on call to 14 different main breaks with the water. Very timely for them, worked a lot of hours, so big thanks to them. Our apologies for having to cut off the water, but when Mother Nature does it, we really have no control over it, but great work with them. I want to also report Mandy Warren just presented, and Armando Perez is going to be back in DC, and they are going to be doing a presentation on drug addiction recovery. Some members of Congress will be there, White House representatives, and police departments from all around the country. So great work to them to be able to have that honor. Wanted to remind you all, December 11th at 1:30 p.m., we will, or 1:30 in the afternoon, we'll be help serving the seniors next door again. We had the opportunity to do that the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, so on December 11th, we can do that as well. We also started sending out today via Facebook the annual Christmas light decoration contest. And so we asked nominations be done by December 13th, and then we'll email that out to council to go out and do the vote. So 3 lucky people will win that award. So that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Council, any comments? Anything you want to share with us? Let me just make one comment if I can. 2020 will be the U.S. Census time. Sometime in April, there will be obviously government employees, people hired that will be canvassing the entire city, as well as the county, as well as the state, I guess as well as the country, in preparation to start taking census counts. I cannot tell you how important that is to Royse City and any municipality and county. Federal funds are tied to that. Lots of different things the state uses is tied to that census count. And so we'll be putting some effort in terms of getting awareness of this effort, what's going to take place out, and encourage everybody if they will, please participate in this U.S. Census that's going to take place in April of next year. It will start in April to run for a few weeks as they go through that process. Very, very important. We'll provide a lot of information out in our magazine to explain what this is all about and how important it is to Royse citizens. So with that, anything else before we go into recess? Okay, council, what I'd like to do is I'd like to have a motion then to go into recess to pick up a work session. We have 4 topics we need to talk about. These are topics that are brought up or tabled in previous meetings that we need to go through. So if you would, do I have a motion then to go out of city council into a recess for city council and go into a work session?
So moved.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Let's just take a second, get ready for a discussion on